What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to Baldman Reacts. Getting into Baldman Favorites episode number 3. And, man, this has been one that I have agonized over. I just keep changing things. The second episode just fits so well together. And this was a tough one to make work. Especially seeing as I'm restricting myself to one track from each band. So I was waffling back and forth on tracks, waffling back and forth on feel, waffling back and forth on the wild card. And the original wild card I was going to put in there, I'll do in another video. You can also watch my original video on it. But I think this is going to fit well. I think it'll work. Hope you guys enjoy it. The first band is Blind Ivy in the track Godless, and this is originally requested by my buddy Mick back in November when Ball really started to roll on the channel, to be honest. I really enjoy this track. I think they're a great band, so let's go ahead and get into it. The band is Blind Ivy, the track is Godless, and here we go. Really love these strong, almost Sepultura-like grooves here. He's got a great bark aggressive here. Like that rip goes a little higher. Just straight percussive, locked in the pocket across the spectrum here. It's such a great delivery here. Like that little harmony line going on, and adds a nice little bit of impact. Got a great blend of that metalcore, hardcore influences. And he really makes this track with the voice. Like the different guitar textures here. Let's get that aggression out of her voice. Really dig that slash throat feel. Some of her voice reminded me of early Randy Blythe from Lamb of God. Big familiar breakdown. You certainly heard it, but it fits. venom, such vitriol, such power, raw nastiness out of her voice. That was Blind Ivy, and the track was Godless. First to 6 on Baldman's favorites, number 2. Really love the track. It's one I go back to a lot, and I wanted to fit it in. I figured it would work. Great grooves, phenomenal vocals, got a nice mix of that hardcore going on, metalcore, a little bit of that Sepultura. She does, or the band, shall I say, does a phenomenal Sepultura cover, by the way. It's actually live. You can find it. It's certainly worth checking out. She does a really blistering job on it. And I wanted to start it off on a nice heavy crushing note, but I'm kind of branching off. A track that surprised the hell out of me, that I go back to quite a bit, and I didn't know or expect that I was going to like it, is A Legacy of Cynthia and Rats and Rattlesnakes. This came off of the first episode I did for Portuguese Distortion, and I think it's an awesome track. I really do. I listen to it quite a bit. Their whole record's really good, actually. And once again, with the familiar theme with a lot of Portuguese bands, they're really nice guys. They're really good people. So this is a different feel. Let's go ahead and get into it. The band is Legacy of Cynthia. The track is Rats and Rattlesnakes. And here we go. I think one of the things I love about this track the most is the way it builds. The static there. Really cool drum tones. Electronic elements.
Sometimes I feel like
a little bit, remind me a little bit of bands like Butthole Surfers.
Maybe I'm the fleeting dog clapping in the parade like a rat hypnotized by a rattlesnake. Mass hysteria.
Get a little bit of that suicidal tendencies. Guitars slowly start to build in, the vocals slowly start to get more intense. I think that's one of the things that I really love, is just how well it builds into this cacophonous beast. Big old Zach Wild like pig schools there. Also lyrically, I think it fits really well coming after Godless. Big guitar tones. I actually never noticed that he was snorting coke off the Legacy of Cynthia CD. So that's a pretty cool touch. Really cool harmony line here. Really like the range the vocalist. Really like that take on modern pop culture here with lyrics, with the imagery. Rolls into that nice double bass, really fits this tremolo riff in here. builds into a solo. You don't even really notice it's building into a solo until he starts to shred. Great transitions. Love that down to nastiness here with the bass when the bass pops up in the mix a little bit.
Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got. President?
That was Legacy of Cynthia, Rats and Rattlesnakes, and I really have come to love this track. It's one, when I first heard it on Portuguese Distortion, I was surprised by it, and throughout the track it started to grow on me more and more as the song evolved. And by the end of it, I was really surprised. And the more I've listened to the track, the more I enjoy it. It certainly does grow on you. And it's just become one of those tracks that, hey, I want something with a cool groove and really different vocals and an attack you don't hear very much anymore. So I pull out Legacy of Cynthia. There's such a cornucopia of influences, just this mixing bowl of stuff that they've thrown together and make the sound that works. And it's different than so much of what you hear today. And I think that's one part of the appeal to me, is it just doesn't sound like the majority of what you get. And it kind of makes you take up a listen and go, hey, what's that? So really dig it. And it's one that I continue to get back to. Next one is requested by someone from Portugal, but not a Portuguese band. This one I just recently did a video for, but I think it's one, I think it's going to fit on the list. Two, I think it's a badass track. And this one came from Module 79L, one of the members of the Portuguese band Waste Disposal Machine. And this is Church of Misery and Brother Bishop, and just, it's a glorious 7 minutes of doom. And I think you guys will enjoy it. The band is Church of Misery, the track is Brother Bishop, and here we go. You know, all their tracks are written about serial killers of one shape or another. Just get those gigantic, fuzzy, distorted guitar tones. Very 70s vibe. I like the samples too. It's something I didn't notice the first time. Just I love this mix, I love the instrumentation, I love the riffs. These riffs are just so infectious, they're so tasty. It's like comfort food, it's like deep, southern fried comfort food. You just want to eat up every note. He's got this really interesting voice. Like this shouted key, but there's pitch and there's tone. certainly hear those really familiar doom riffs. Doing more research on them, they do not like the term stoner, so I will never use the term stoner when referring to it. But it doesn't matter, they're just awesome, dude. Bass player thickens up this sound, does so many cool little runs. You really do get that Rickenbacker tone, which is adds its own dimension. I still don't know how he plays that thing that low. And it's interesting how you watch him and he plays this bass up on the neck and not over the pickups. It's a really cool way to play. I couldn't play like that. From what I've heard, these guys are absolutely awesome live. These lyrics are haunting, man. I love the way their guitar player feels out his solos. And that awesome bass line right under it gives an even better feel to it. I love how they pick up into this faster groove here. Sure, if you want to give us yet another wicked solo, why not? I want to see them and the Portuguese doom band Black Wizard on the same bill. I really do. Oh yeah, that was Church of Misery. The track was the Brother Bishop once again. That one was just too good not to put on here, and I needed to have something that was gonna fit with the end of Rats and Rattlesnakes, and that is just such a beast. It's just such a nasty, powerful track. And I think it has a great vibe going into the next track here that's going to change things up. But they're phenomenal musicians. They play incredible doom, those haunting, chilling, serial killer lyrics. You know, it's just fun to listen to. It feels good. It sounds good. It tastes good. Absolutely love what they do. And I cannot wait to get to hear more of them. I'm certainly going to go pick up some of their records. They deserve it. So now we slide into a track that really that I wanted to put on here that really changed the end of the list. It is Girgamesh, and I don't remember how to pronounce this, so I'm just going to call it KIS. But this track is incredible. It blew me away. It's so powerful. It's so moving. And it's so emotional. And it kind of shaped the rest of what I was going to do. I thought about putting Dur and Grey on the end after this, but I didn't want to do 3 Japanese bands in a row. So I'm going to stick with 2 on this list. But a lot of ways to go. Love this track. We're going to get into it now. It's Girgamesh and KIS, and here we go. A breaking world. That's right. Let's call it a breaking world. I just love these acoustic lines. I love the video. It just gives me chills from the moment he starts singing. Just the different images are so powerful. Just love that acoustic line and the way the percussion works, the way the vocals sound, the lyrics. It just sucks you in. It tells this beautiful, powerful story. And the song just builds so well. Vocal layering is beautiful. Bass comes in, he starts pushing those vocals higher. You really get a chance to hear his range. Beautiful little falsetto piece there. This is just such a beautiful track. Love how that drum pattern alters slightly and changes the feel of this passage. And I think Rabbit Black said it best about the vocals here. There's no technique for what he's doing here. It's just forcing that emotion out of his soul vocally. And it just tears at me. I love this very sparse, post-apocalyptic feel to the video. It fits with the lyrics so well. And the lyrics are so reflective in a way. Man. There's little textures in the back. I'm not sure what they are, but they do another piece of just that adds to the emotion. It's a beautiful track. It's just incredible. That was Girgamesh and A Breaking World. And what else can I say about this track? From a technical standpoint, it's well mixed. It's incredibly well written. It builds well. But it's that emotional impact. It just hits you so hard. It just builds and it explodes with energy and power and passion and emotion, and it's one of those I feel like I don't know how you wouldn't feel affected by it, because it certainly gets to me, and it's just an amazing song. And it's one of those that I wish more people would hear. I wish people that aren't fans of J-Rock and Visual K would be more open to, because I think it's just an amazing track. Of course, the problem with that track is how in the world do you follow it? So I went with one that I did back in December, and honestly a band I haven't revisited in quite some time, which I need to, because this particular track is incredibly powerful, but it's more of a personal meaning. The band is Infected Rain, and the track is Orphan Soul. This is actually written about the singer Lena's childhood, and I know from watching making ofs and talking about it, it was one that she was really particular about as far as the songwriting, really particular about the video, really wanted to capture everything she was feeling. And after Girgamesh, it was either go really heavy or go with the track that's going to be emotional as well. So I went with Orphan Soul. It's certainly one that I wanted to get back to. So the band is Infected Rain, the track is Orphan Soul, and here we go. And it took me a couple listens and more research to truly understand just how powerful and amazing this track actually is. Really like the textures and the way this builds. Certainly get those riffs straight out of the metalcore playbook. Tones are where you would what you would expect. That aggressive and then clean back and forth. There's two sides. It's interesting they shift to this almost slightly poppy vocal, but it still has so much emotion for her. Big grooves here, powerful shift. Really strong shifts and riffs in this track. I know the little girl was supposed to be her inner childhood. Just hits. Love the way this shifted. Just get some really beautiful cleans here. The drum treatments here are really interesting. I actually like that vocal treatment. It makes it feel like it's an echo. Right, that was Infected Rain and Orphaned Souls, originally requested by my buddy Muck. And it's such a powerful track, such a strong track. And meaning and hearing the stories about her life and what she's had to overcome to get where she has, make it all the more inspiring and all the more powerful. And I can't help but respect an artist when they bare their soul and bare their experiences and their lyrics. I think it's an incredibly powerful and incredibly therapeutic thing for both the artist and the listener. It's, as far as the track goes, it's a strong modern metalcore track. There's grooves, there's shifts, there's different accents and guitar tones and little ambient textures. And they throw a lot at you. I think they do a good job of transitioning. I think they do a good job of making it feel cohesive and seamless. And it wasn't one, it was one that it hit me and I liked it and I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as I do now. I think it's going to be one on the list that honestly is going to be hit or miss. I think some people are really going to like it, and I think some people might not. So, either way, I'm glad you checked it out. They are, from what I understand, they are still an unsigned band, and they're preferring to do everything on their own and not deal with the label. So, that alone is pretty awesome. The last track is one that I really love. Band Ashes of Aries. It was formed by Matt Barlow, the former vocalist of the band Iced Earth. Also sang for the band Pyramaze on a record. I think he is an incredible singer. I think he's a great person. His full-time gig these days is he has been a state trooper in the state of Delaware in the U.S. for 15 years now. One of the reasons why he left Iced Earth. So, he does things every now and then. The band is getting ready to release their second record soon. So, nice to get this one out and being heard again, build some momentum for the next release. I think it's a powerful track. I really do. And it's a little more raw in some ways than the last one. But the theme these last three has been emotion and power, and I think this one encapsulates it pretty well. I listened to this record for probably a week to 2 weeks straight. It's a really strong record. Let's get into it. The band is Ashes of Aries. The track is This Is My Hell. And here we go. If you're a fan of Iced Earth like I am, you will certainly hear some similarities. Ivy Godless, the guitar player here, he was also the bass player in Iced Earth for a while. I think these acoustics here are powerful.
As I travel down this lonely road, so many signs I should have.
Really nice vocal layer in here.
As I've chosen never rise to meet the man I should have been.
Again, this is one of those tracks that just
As I
builds.
sit here, huddled in the dark, a sullen face, tattered clothes. Thoughts of you struggle to keep me warm in this night so bitter cold. Devastated, all alone, of my sins I can't.
Definitely get that big power metal feel in these riffs.
Forgotten souls, some 20 years, a vivid memory of your tears. Let me go, this is my house.
Love the way that bass feels in that riff.
Can't control my inner rage. Now I'm down to
drums are simple, but you got the cymbals that really accent what they're doing. Vocal layering is so prominent and powerful in this track. Love how the riff just facilitates an incredible vocal out of that. Really like the solo. It definitely has a thrash solo kind of feel. Really familiar bass runs. Those big harmonies.
Come to you so many times and ask forgiveness for your hand. Please forgive this awful thing so I can hear this angel sing. You will not world, this is my heaven.
Great fills there by Van, who's the former drummer of the band Nevermore. This vocal hook is just incredible. That chorus coming out just hits you with so many fills and incredibly powerful vocals. Both the high-pitched, the layers, and it just rushes you at the end of this track. That was Ashes of Ares, the track This Is My Hell. That was the wild card on episode 3 of Baldman's Favorites. And man, I listen to this record quite a bit. I get back to this track quite a bit. And you know, Matt's one of those singers that he's such a strong singer that it almost feels like the riffs and the music sometimes takes a backseat just to how good his voice is. His voice really takes over and dominates tracks. You know, the layering to add all those additional vocal textures to allow those different voices he's capable of to showcase themselves on tracks and to blend so well with the other things that he's doing are really powerful. And I think they work. Of course, they certainly did a lot with Eister. They did a bit on Pyrame's record as well, and it's all over the Ashes of Ares record. And he's just a talent. He's, again, one of those singular voices. You hear him, and if you're remotely familiar with him, you can hear a track and go, that's Matt Barlow. He's just got one of those recognizable voices, and he's got a different voice for power metal. Most of your power metal guys are up there in the stratosphere rocking the leather pants and what? Barlow's down low for the most part. It's why you have to get a guy like Stu Block in Iced Earth now to come close to being able to sing Matt stuff as well as the Tim Owen stuff. But he's an incredible vocalist. It's a great band. I'm happy that he and Freddie are putting out another record. I'm not sure what the rest of the lineup is going to be, but hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's certainly a personal favorite, and it's one that I go back to often. So let me know what you think. This one definitely was the one I put the most thought into out of all three of the lists so far. It took a lot for me to be comfortable with it, and I've altered it a few times. So I hope it came across really well. It felt good as I was going through it, and that was the most important thing. You know, to make certain tracks like the Legacy of Cynthia track fit and the Girgamesh track fit, it took a lot of thought. So hope you guys love it. Thank you so much for making everything possible. For going over and above 2,000 subs. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the daily support. You guys are wonderful. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you do every day. I love you. I appreciate you. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. I will see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other and keep headbanging.